Hey guys, welcome to another video brought to you by Total Control Traders. In today's video, we're going to go through what to expect on your first year as a full-time day trader. As most of you know from watching the videos over the last 2 weekends, I have just reached my first year mark being a full-time day trader after switching from my previous position of a senior financial planner. And I wanted to share some tips with you in hopes that most of you can avoid the mistakes that I have made and hopefully lead to an earlier success in both personally as well as financially. All right, here are the key points that I have made. First one, blowing up an account at least once, likely twice. What does blowing up an account mean? Well, it means exactly what it sounds like. By blowing up an account, you are essentially letting your account go from however much you invested down to near that zero mark. And if you want to be a profitable enough and sustainable enough full-time day trader, or even just improving your lifestyle, you will eventually have to learn options. And with options, one thing I'm going to recommend is start small. Somewhere in between 0.1 to 5% max of your portfolio size. And there's a reason for that, because options are extremely volatile. Essentially with options, what's happening is whatever you put in, it can go to zero. It does not require much capital and it provides a ton of volatility, which is amazing for day traders. And just to show you guys as an example, this is the account that I used to learn options. I blew it up twice with relatively very small amounts just for learning, because essentially options don't require much capital. Now, although the 12 months return is, I'm not sure how this is calculated because this is not very accurate, but in a sense it's when it got blown up, it basically went to zero. But it seems like it hasn't really updated properly from there, because you can see the last 6 months I'm up 33%. However, it is still showing near that negative 94%. Last 3 months I'm up 20%. So I don't know how this is showing, because essentially ever since then, ever since blowing up it twice, now I have gotten a fairly decent grasp on options as well as trading, my personal trading style, what helps me kind of things. And this account, I've already made more than what the two blowing up has done to the account. I've made more than that back already. So I'm not too sure how this is shown. Regardless, you get the idea. If you were to learn options, make sure you do not start with size. You will very quickly blow up your account. There is a lot to learn on options if you're looking to do option trading. All right. Second, it's not as glorious or easy as most people think. Now, one thing that's very interesting is ever since friends and family that have learned that became a day trader, generally I get two kinds of comments. One is, oh, he's essentially just gambling. Two is, well, that's an easy job. Well, you must know this, that being a day trader means putting in a lot of time. With me being a full-time day trader, I am now putting roughly 60 hours, maybe even more per week into trading research, and now on top YouTube and the trading community that I'm running. And by the way, we are currently offering 7-day free trial to our trading community. And I'm very proud to say that we currently have a trial to membership conversion rate of 100%. Now that makes me very proud, because it goes to show the value that's provided in the trading community. And I'm definitely not the one to take all the credit, because everyone in the community puts an effort in. There is a lot of pro traders in there, a lot of experienced people that will share their thoughts with you. So the idea of the community is for you guys to work together, as well as avoid the mistakes that each others have made. All right, so trading is not glorious. It's not easy as most people think. Just as anything you do in life, better come in prepared with a game plan and funding. When I first came into day trading, I came in with 1 year expense set aside just in case. And with that expense, I invested into relatively conservative investments like a mutual fund so that it still keeps growing and I can withdraw it as I need it. So that was my game plan. And then from there, I will have a short, medium term account as well. Short being the account that I use to learn options and trade options. Medium account is the account that I use to trade ETFs and things that's a little bit blue chips, things that are a little bit less aggressive, less volatile. And you will likely be living on your savings on that first few months on top of the capital requirement for investments. So know that you will need to come in with funding. You will need to come into this job with funding. So if you haven't looked at the video that I made before on how to 100 times your net worth, make sure you check it out. I'm a self-made day trader that worked hard on saving up to where I am and being able to become a day trader. And I hope all of you can do the same thing, because if I can, working on a retail job, working, never had anything over a 6-figure income, so can you. You will be living on your savings for that first few months. And you will need capital for investment. So make sure you come in prepared. This goes back to the only 5% of traders are consistently profitable. Now, remember, 80% of traders fail to make money. 10% of traders break even. And then another 5% is profitable but not consistent. So there is only 5% of all the day traders are profitable out there, consistently profitable. It is not easy. I mean, if you just Googled how hard is trading, even though it says unsubstantiated statements that as many as 95% of day traders lose money, that is very not true. I mean, as mentioned, 80% of people fail to make money, 10% of people break even, 5% make money, and the other 5%, the top 5%, are the ones who are consistently profitable. And that is key. Consistently sustainable profitable. Okay, you need to be able to sustain your lifestyle and more. So the reality of trading is potentially so lucrative because it is so extremely hard. So I wanted to show you guys that, if you ever Googled how hard is trading, but this does not mean it's not doable. As long as you have someone there to guide you, which I never did when I first started trading. I was sort of just figuring out on my own. Nowadays, watch YouTube, there's Instagram, Wall Street Bets, there's a bunch of things that can help you out. But essentially, our trading community is built to be there for 24/7 access. You have a question, pop it up. I'll get a notification. I'll go on and try my best to answer the question. That's the idea. And that wasn't available when I first started trading. I wanted to provide that for you guys so that you can become that top 5%. It is not easy, or there would not be so much profit. Same as anything else. High demand, low supply of success is equivalent to good pay. However, if you look at, just as an example, not to bash on anyone, but just let's say, retail sales. I've worked in it for years, and that side of things is high supply but low demand, leading to less pay. And know that it does not have to be gambling as long as you treat it like a profession. Treat it like a business. Put that time in. Although that you put the time in does not always equate to your return, but you're investing in yourself. You're learning things. It will require a lot of time. And as mentioned before, I personally put in more than 60 hours a week. All right, third is better do your due diligence. Do your homework. Again, same with everything else in life. Spend the time, focus, learn, and progress. The more time you put into it, the easier it becomes. It becomes second nature as you put more and more time in it. After it's become second nature, your time will be more so spent on looking for those golden setups as opposed to learning. So then it becomes a lot easier, and you will start seeing that return more and more in your personal finance. Fourth, there is endless learning. Endless learning. Now, the big part of why this is one of the hardest professions is because management of emotions. You are a human being and you cannot avoid having emotions. However, what we can do best, or at least we can at least try to do best, is managing those emotions. Trading on emotions can only lead to losses. Majority of the case, 90% of the time I would say. We're not robots. We can only learn to control them and not hold them back. There's a difference. And trading is all about psychology. Both understanding it from what a candlestick is telling you, what a pattern is telling you, what the chart is telling you, as well as to control those emotions. Once you've mastered both, trading becomes much easier. Make sure to shut out the noise. You do not have to read news or, read Wall Street Bets. Nowadays, Wall Street Bets is more so like an entertainment for me personally. Ever since starting full-time day trading, I have not read news. The only one time I read it, I believe, is the Trump, when Biden was going into the office and the White House got run over, or the Capitol got run over, or something like that. That was the only time that it popped up on my phone. That I was like, okay, what's going on? Because it was causing a reaction to the market. However, if you are going to read into the news, make sure you understand what you're reading into. Those kind of news are temporary. Market is going to come back to its normal course, unless of course something significant happens. And I used to read it every single morning as a senior financial planner because that is something that I needed to do. I wanted to do in order to be up to date and have a decent conversation with my clients, as well as, just being up to date with the current events. When the chart shows is ready to go, it will go regardless of the news, the events around it. As we witnessed, most recently, the most memorable one would be Tesla. The chart was so ready to go, and then the news of SPX uplisting came out. What perfect timing. Now this circles back to some of the previous videos, but there's a reason why I keep emphasizing those same points. Do not set daily, weekly, monthly goals. Focus on the yearly goals. The motto of this channel is patience pays and persistence perfects. In your trading journey, you will learn that by being patient, you will eventually get paid. And by being persistently learning, persistently going through your mistakes and just getting over them, learning from them, and that will only lead to perfection. Focus on the yearly goals. Don't stress yourself out. And there is no need to compete. Focus on you. By competing with the other traders will only hinder your growth as a trader. When you're competing, you're not only putting yourself down, you are also letting the emotions affect you. My previous career was based on the model of competing and goals. So it was extra hard coming into this job. In this industry, there is no room for that. Focus on yourself. By learning to get away from that, you will begin to focus on your personal growth, and a lot of people want to see results, which is understandable coming from someone who needs reassurance. But don't get stuck on other people's results. Strive for it. Set them as goals instead. Know what you need to do to get there. There is so much to learn through trading that will not only improve you as a person, improve you financially, it will improve your grasp on controlling those emotions. And thus, our channel, our name for this trading community, Total Control Traders. And the last but not least, your account will grow naturally as you grow. As you stay persistent and grow, your account balance will eventually grow with you. There is a breaking point. And until that breaking point is reached, where you fully realize the missing piece of a puzzle, whether if it's emotion management, goal setting, preparation, competitiveness, or distractions, your account balance is likely to go sideways before it starts going upwards. But after that breaking point has been reached and you've had the opportunity to work on it, this is what you can expect on your account balance. You go sideways for a long time. You've had ups and downs in there. There's your learning, there's your tuition that's paid. Then from there, you finally realize what the missing piece of the puzzle is, and your account starts going up. Then from there, you practice patience, and you realize further opportunity while being in full control, and your account continues to go up, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So to recap, on that first year, most exciting time in my life. I have not learned more in a single year than any other year. Just the learning alone, I would say it's well worth it. Although I had to blow up my account twice, I went in with the right plan, ensuring the amount that was at risk, and stuck to it. Waited for 6 months before refunding that account because I wanted to make sure that I was ready for that next segment of trading career. It is not as glorious or easy as most people think. It is definitely fun though. That's one word I would use to describe it. It has been an extremely fun journey, so much learning, and now I can proudly say that I am enjoying the fruition of the labor that I put in. So I hope you guys look forward to what's to come, because there is so much to be enjoyed being a full-time day trader. Make sure you do your due diligence, put the time in, never stop learning. If I were to give advice to anyone who's looking to become full-time day traders such as myself, my key advice would be to come in prepared, both financially and emotionally. Spend the time, pay your dues, and never stop learning. That is the key to success. Patience pays, persistence perfects. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're looking to get out of debt or build that first pot of gold, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button in order to get updates on our daily videos. Also, check out our website at totalcontroltraders.com. Stay safe and be in control. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.